Alright, it's been a miserable week. It's been a miserable month, year, life that's been happening recently. Oh man, so terrible. Look, here's let me do an impression of myself looking at the news over the past week. So on the first day, I looked at the news in the morning and I was like, oh man, this fucking earthquake killed 2,000 people. Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, so terrible. And then the next day, oh my god, it's at 5,000 deaths. Oh my god. Oh, it's more than 9/11. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, the humanity. And then the next day, oh, it's at 10,000. Oh my godness. Oh, Maroon. Oh man. Oh, the devastation. Ah. And the next day, 15,000. Oh, and then pretty much now, like I look it up right now, but it's just like 25,000. Oh man, that's way more than the initial 2,000 that was already high. That's such a high death toll. It made me retarded. All right, let's look up the good old death toll right now for this bloody earthquake. Jamie, pull that up. How many people are dead now? 35,000! Oh! Jesus Christ. You know what? I've just been thinking, like, just say it's 200 million thousand trillion. Just say everyone in Syria and Turkey fucking died. They all fucking died. Everyone's dead. Jesus Christ. There are plenty of countries in the world that have less people than that. Oh! Such a high death toll. I'm jerking off now. Oh man, how upsetting. I can't wait to watch all the wrecked videos. People being like, as fucking flimsy ass buildings collapse. Bombed out buildings collapsing. They should do what Britain did after World War II. They should rebuild what they had, but just as shitty as it was before. Just like we were used to how it looked. Okay, this is what we want. We'll just make it as is. Yeah, that's that's a fucking big number. And then you see videos or news articles that are like, hey, we found a puppy in one of the rubble. Oh, like a family of 18 died. But the puppy, it was trapped in the rubble for 2 days and broke its paw, but we got it out alive. It's like, oh boy, there's some joy in all this. Holy hell. I mean, it's probably going to be 50,000. Who the fuck are all these people dying later on? I suppose they're being found in the rubble. They're like, I'm here, goddamn. God, you took a while. But then you get these other motherfuckers injured in hospital, and then they died of complications due to COVID-19. Oh boy, you know this is absolutely not a thing to be making any kinds of jokes about. You know, it's just I don't usually get all woke and everything. I feel like you make jokes about anything at any time. But not this one. This is too devastating, you know. This is no time to be joking about this. This is serious. Come on, guys. No need to be a turkey about it. All right. Well, that's all I got for this evening. All right, that's what I'm going to be doing on stage. Oh, fucking boy. So this is the perfect time now for if someone's having a bad time in their life outside of the earthquakes, and they're like, oh man, you know, I'm a little depressed, you know, I've just got a little bit of depression. I'm just feeling a little bit, just a little bit of depression. So people just be like, oh yeah, you think you're depressed, huh? Why don't you think about how people feel in Syria and Turkey right now, you fuckhead, you piece of shit. Yeah, well, yeah, people say that sort of thing. That doesn't matter at all. In fact, that makes me feel worse. It's just like you have whatever pain in your life, and people are like, oh, what about, starving people? And you're like, oh, that is also bad. Thanks for reminding me. That is also bad, but I am also in a thing. You kind of have your feeling for like what it is that you can look at, Know what I mean? Because I'm not over there, so fuck them. Like, if this were 2,000 years ago, even 1,000 years ago, it wouldn't seem likely that I would have heard about this. So I really wouldn't have given a shit, because I'd just be like, oh, I gotta tend to my farm or whatever. But I can look at the news. Ooh, but it's all, makes me think of that song Vicarious by Tool. Yeah, man, I'm just sucking up the blood of the victims of this earthquake. Oh, I just watch it all and I'm just like, oh, so bad, but I love it all. And then, yeah, it's always nice for news stations to be making money of it. Anyway, fuck the news, fuck the media anyway. They're probably lying about it. This probably didn't even happen. It's probably not 30,000. I'm gonna be an earthquake conspiracy theorist. Oh no, man, they didn't really die. No, a bunch of them died, but it was not to do with the earthquake. They just, the aid was driving them out of town, and they kept falling out of they fell off the wagon and hit their head and died. It was really only 2,000 as initially reported. Yeah, that's going to piss a lot of people off. I suppose this podcast will get removed from YouTube, or at least say like, oh, you got to understand the actual, get the facts, check it out on Wikipedia. Yeah, we wouldn't lie to you. Woo, yeah, get the facts. Yeah, boy. That's what they're going to do. What do you do? Anyway, yeah, so this is all happening at a weird time for me as well. Hang on, let me have another drink. What I've been thinking recently is that I am a rape victim. So, pretty much, I mean, the difference is that, I'm just like, oh, man, I'm being raped by life. But it is feeling that way now. Because it's like, oh, I am being negatively affected by life, but it's in kind of a sexual manner. So, yeah. The difference is that I don't have a person or persons that I look at and go, you are the rapist. Oh, I'm not fond of you now. You're fucking raping me. I don't have that. All I have is God. I just have Jah. I just have Allah. And they're all, fucking me up the bum. Well, they were fucking me up the bum with my hemorrhoid issues. Which I had a surgery for, and it didn't even work. I'm like, oh, great. I gotta go again now. I tried to have them not removed. There was thoughts about that. What's he called? Analologist. He was telling me, like, you could go for the surgery, but you're going to hate me afterwards because it's real painful. And, yeah, I've heard some talk about people who have that kind of surgery where their asshole is, like, on fire and any movement in their body affects their asshole. Because the asshole is the end of the body. That's where it ends. And then it's like, ooh, we got to get sucked back into now. Oh, I just wish I could just take a good shit. I've been thinking, like... Yeah, I've been having issues. Well, I had a bloody operation a week ago on my ball, on my fucking ball. It's too early to say if it's gone okie dokie or whatever. But like honestly, that's occurred. What's fucking me up now, and I can feel it now, is that they had to like put a keyhole surgery, and they went through like my pubis. So they shaved half my pubes so that my pubes, they gave it like an Antifa vegan lesbian kind of buzz cut. I feel that's a Dave Attell joke, isn't it? I swear to God, I am kind of stealing his bit. He said something about getting a hernia and they shaved. Oh, I wish I could remember the joke. Anyway, whatever. I should steal from him more often. He's great. So yeah, they did that, and so like now I got like a bloody rash. That's what's bothering me. I don't know. Maybe it is the stitches. I don't know. It's not that bad. It's a perfectly fine recovery. But I have another issue with my other thing. Like I'm just having like a urinary tract, not infection, but something's going wrong, very wrong, and it's very uncomfortable. And yeah, it is shitting me up. And it's like they gave me some pain medication. Not really too much for this recent operation I had. They gave me just some Nurofen, but they gave me some stronger stuff. And I haven't taken much of that, because I'm like, I want that for the other thing. I want that for the other thing. That's more painful, goddammit. So yeah, it's like getting in the way of the sexy sexual stuff. So I'm wondering, and I think I gotta look this up, but like, let's say you stab someone in the dick. Is that rape? is stabbing... No, like, because that's causing like sexual issues for you. So is it like, I'm gonna look this up now. Is stabbing a guy in the dick... Oh, great. I love these Google, what do you call them, recommended. Like, is stabbing someone with a pencil illegal? There's a lot of that. Wow, I bet that's happened a lot with people. Like, yeah, they just like stab someone with a pencil. It drew no blood. It doesn't even hurt. And the person's like, oh my God, I'm gonna, sue you. They're like, oh shit. Anyway, is stabbing a guy in the cock sexual assault? Look that up, Jamie. Look that up. Stabbing a guy in the cock sexual assault? I don't know. It's not really coming up with anything. Oh fuck, man. The first thing that's come up is just about a guy whose penis was severed off. Oh fuck, man. Just like Tyler Durden says, there's worse things that can happen in life. You could have a woman cut off your penis and throw it out the window of a moving car. Oh man. I'm at a point now where like the idea of having my dick cut off is like getting more and more likely. No, I mean it's getting more I don't know. I just feel more and more uncomfortable about it. It already feels like it's being cut off. I don't know, man. I think I'm a rape victim. But I'll tell you what. If I ever become trans, I think I'm going to keep my penis. I'm just going to be a trans person who's got the whole thing as best I can. But I'm going to be like, I'm keeping the penis. I'm keeping the dick and balls. I'm not going to be like Dave Chappelle said. He's like, you want to cut off our dicks? What? You want to go, woo, bang, bow, bow. I'll get into like talking about I saw Dave Chappelle recently. But before that, like, no, here's my other theory about life is that, look, here's the thing, you get raped and you have to pay for it. That's how I feel. This is the bullshit thing. Like when I went for my operation, I had to get an Uber there. Like I can't drive there, so I call up a Didi and it's like 13 minutes away and I'm like, I got time, that's cool. So I'm standing outside just waiting for it and checking it, and it gets like real fucking close to my house, a minute away, and then they cancel. Motherfucker, what are you doing, wasting my time, cunt? So, and you can't even report the person, like you don't know who it is now, it goes away, so fuck. So I'm like, this is bullshit, I cancelled, and they charged me $12 fucking to fuck with me. God fucking damn it. Pieces of, God fucking hell. So then I brought up an Uber and that managed to take me there. Man, and I feel even more like outraged because it's like, oh, what are you doing? I had to go to a hospital and you're fucking in a vulnerable state. Yeah, I was pretty mad. And then, I got to the hospital. I wasn't too late. I got there just about on time. And then I saw something at the hospital, and I wish I took a video of it. Oh, man. I just remembered, like... Yeah, I was walking down the hallway, just like... Yeah, you got to walk down there and around and whatever. So I'm walking down the hallway to the lift, and there's this machine, like a robot, that's like a big robot thing, and it's just moving along. And it doesn't seem to be doing much apart from carrying a jug of water. So, and it's making this beep noise every 4 seconds. And I walk past it and I look back at it, and the front of this giant thing, it has like these eyes on it with eyelashes and a mouth. And it says like, my name is Honey. And I'm like, I hate humanity. I fucking hate it. I just realized now, it kind of reminded me of that fat robot from Futurama. You know, that like purple one? That was like what, the farmer's daughter in that episode where they go to the moon. It kind of reminded me of that. I was like looking, and it's beeping, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? That's how I feel about robots. Like, sex robots and companionship robots or whatever, that's cool, okay. But like, let's say in the future, like you go to a restaurant and a robot's there to want to help you. Like you've seen this in movies where a robot walks up to the table and is like, hello, can I help you? May I take your order? That sort of thing. I don't need that. I just need maybe just a thing. Well, I guess a QR code thingy, you know, where you do it on the table. Yeah, that's all I need. I don't need... What's up with these freaky... Like, it's not scary to me. It's just upsetting. Scary to me is the Uncanny Valley robots, and that's why I'm afraid of sex bots, because like it would be cool, like to fuck a, you know, like again when you watch like a sci-fi movie like Blade Runner 2049, and you have like that chick in there, and she's a sex bot, and it's like, yeah, I wish I could have like just that exact one, you know. But what if you were fucking her and she malfunctioned and she went and you got like Uncanny Valley? You'd lose your boner pretty quickly. Like, oh, I'm gonna come faster. Wow, I guess there are people out there that find Uncanny Valley sexy. That's what they, that's their fetish. Shit. Suppose so. Rule 34, if it exists, there's porn of it. And another rule is if it exists, someone's jerking off to it. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not my thing, but I can't judge because it's things that I jerk off to. It's funny to think, like, I like going to the hospital. I like going to, like, have an operation. It's kind of fun. I don't know why. It's just when you get pushed around and on the stretcher and you go under. It's all very nice and fun. And just before I went into my operation, I looked over and there's this room. Before I went in the theater, I saw in this other theater, there was this guy who was also, like, he was just lying there on the stretcher. There wasn't many people around him, and he was just under, and he just, like, looked like a dickhead, just going, He looked like me, really. And I thought, like, well, that's going to be me in a second. Just, and then the doctor's shaving my pubes and just sticking a fucking knife in there. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's funny to think, like, that all happened, and I just don't know about it. It's a bit like the earthquake. It's just, it happened, but I'm not really engaged. Oh, whatever, fuck you. I went to to see Dave Chappelle. It was all right. A lot of people would just go and I fucking loved it. I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't wowed by it. I definitely prefer just some of the specials that he's done, but I do think Chappelle is not exactly hit or miss, but I don't know. Like, I saw one of his older specials recently, and I really fucking liked it. I liked it. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where he's talking about, like, I love it when a woman tells me where to come. She's like, in the fishbowl. I really dug that one. I like some of his newer ones, but there's some that I just don't. Even when he's trying to be funny, I don't know. And this new one here, I don't know, like he had a joke about Chuck Berry. He was just talking about the Chuck Berry sex tape, and he's telling it like there's like a punchline to the sex tape joke that he's making, but I already knew about it, so I only just found out about it like a week before seeing him. So I'm like, I already know. So I don't know. So he was kind of just talking about it, and he didn't even tell the joke right. He was saying like Chuck Berry pissed in a woman's mouth, and then she was like, "Come on, kiss me," and he was like, "I can't kiss you. Your mouth smells like piss." But what I heard was that instead of piss, he was farting. That's funnier. Yeah, no, he's pretty good. No, he had some good stuff, and the opening acts as well with Jeff Ross, Donnell. Jeff Ross was pretty good. Same with Donnell. I just don't like a lot of the insult comedy. It's just you get a bunch of people on stage, you're like, oh, look at this fucking guy. Look at this guy. He's dressed like a wanker. Oh. He's dressed like he's going to be in a cultural reference that I'm making right now. And everyone cracks up. I don't like that, I don't like insult comedy or roast comedy. Like, that comedy isn't about making fun of people. I think that's really rude, You gotta say nice things. It's supposed to be. I don't watch a lot of roast comedy. I will just blindly acknowledge that Jeff Ross is very good at it. He did have some good. I remember watching the roast of Donald Trump. That's like the only roast I've ever watched because my friends were like, "Oh, you should see what's his name, Mikey D or whatever, the guy from Jersey Shore, was on it." It was just like he said some sort of joke about, like, "Yeah, man, that's what I think about when I'm lying on top of a whole bunch of money with a bunch of my beautiful ladies," and no one laughed. But it's like, nah, man, that shit's funny. Yeah, it actually went really bad for him because like people started booing him, and Jeff Ross came up was like, hey, let him speak. So he tried to defuse the situation. Then Snoop Dogg told a bunch of really great jokes that I'm sure he didn't write, and that was good. That was back when Trump was like, this was probably early 2016, maybe, just before he got when he became president, and back when everyone was like, Trump, you'll never go president. Then he did, and everyone was like, oh my god, I'm literally shaking. Whoa. and then Trump, he brought out all the Muslims into the street and assassinated them. Put them up against the wall and shot them all to death. Oh, I love society. I really got to ask the people that really hated Trump, like, what bad thing did he do? I mean, okay, he did do the Muslim ban, and that was egregious. There's a bunch of... When that happened, I imagine a bunch of Muslim people trying to get a flight, and they're like, oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking cunt. God damn it. Now we're going to stand here. I've been here for 14 hours now. I'm trying to get to my work. I'm trying to get to my family. Oh, how am I going to get back? Where the fuck can I go over there? This is bullshit. I'm not a terrorist. Trying to get like a special visa. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was easy. What else? I don't know. Everyone, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't care. I don't know what Trump did because all people talk about when they talk about politics is people's conduct. If you imagine a president like Trump, but even worse, he's like saying the N-word all the he's drinking and everything, and everyone's, oh my god. But then over his 4 years, you see like a socio-economic disparity really start to close more than ever before, and it's because of all these legislations that he's brought in or whatever. People wouldn't give a shit. People wouldn't care. They'd be like, he's terrible. Oh my god, look at him talking. I'm not saying this about Trump. Like I say, I literally don't know. And a lot of right-wing people will say that about him. They're like, oh my god, he did so much for black people. Wow, it was amazing. I did so much for black people. Black people love me. I don't usually call them black people. So yeah, anyway, yeah, whatever, Dave Chappelle show. I went there. There was way more people there than Louis. I saw Louis as well, CK, but I liked that. That was better. That was great. But there was quite a lot of people at Louis, way more people at Chappelle. There was like, I don't know, 35,000 people, and they all died. There must have been 3,000, I think. But there's just been a lot of wild shit like happening within comedy and performing arts here in fucking Perth. Like there was a brawl that broke out during Chappelle. I was just sitting there. He's talking about like that whole thing where he got attacked on stage by a guy, and he was going over jokes that he's already said and I've already heard and whatever. But then I just heard like a woman screaming, and then just a bunch of not really near me at all, but I looked over and I was just like, whoa. And Chappelle was like, what's going on? And he kind of just, it was a crazy situation. But it got dealt with. I think those guys got fucked off, and Chappelle made a quick comment and moved on. I kind of feel like his show wasn't that long. I feel like he was on for like 40 minutes. He was probably just like, man, I gotta get out of here. These Perthians are gonna fuck me up. I don't feel safe. So I think he did get on a plane and fuck off. So thanks, Perth. Thanks for that. There does seem to be some crazy shit happening right now, just here in Perth, just recently. Like, with the Fringe Festival, like, One comedian got called an N-word on stage. There was some comedian that spat on someone. And then Post Malone was here and he couldn't get into a nightclub because he has tattoos on his face. You know what he said? He was like, this hasn't happened to me before. Yeah, it happens in Perth. Because Perth hates fun. Perth is just filled with a bunch of either these fucking troglodytes or these woke cunts that are afraid of neck tattoos. They're like, oh, mate, you gotta pop a collar before you come in here, eh? So what the fuck? And now they're banning red shoes. They're like, oh, these ashays coming into the club making a racket. I mean, I think the place did specify, like, if you really look like a nice gentleman and you have red shoes, you're probably all right. I don't know, man. What's going on? Is it just a lot of, like, uneducated people and violent people getting, like, you know, too much money from FIFO, coming back and just being like, strange man. They go to, like, the strip club or wherever and they get a fucking fight ongoing. Oh, I love Perth. I love Australia. I'm afraid of Australians. I'm afraid of Australians. Oh, man, it's crazy. No, that was really it. I mean, yeah, shit, man. I mean, fucking, I'm lucky nothing like this has been going on. Someone coming on stage and slapping me. Imagine that happening. You'd be like, oh, are you Will Smith? I'm Chris Rock. You start saying that. Oh, man, wild times. I can't wait for what's next. And there's a bunch of other comedians coming along. We got Doug Stanhope and Jimmy Carr. I'm sure someone's going to get shot. There's going to be a Bataclan theater situation. But instead of, like, Muslims, it's just fucking Australians. It's like, ah! And then they don't even have guns. They just have pint glasses just glassing everyone. Psh, psh, ah! A mass glassing. Oh, that would probably bloody happen. Good old Perth. Poof. Poof. It's a joke I'm trying to do right now. Perth, you know. Good city. That's a good joke. Good city, but the name is weird, you know? If you say it with a certain accent, makes it sound like you're saying a homophobic slur. Like, what kind of accent would you have to say? I think it's Kiwi. Like Maori. You're like, oh, you got a poof, bro. I wasn't talking to you. Why would I call you a poof? No, I'm gonna poof. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna do that joke on stage, and I will laugh and no one else will. Everyone will be like, oh, it's homophobic. Oh. Goddamn right. Actually, it isn't. That's what I'm just saying it. So, just before we close this off, happy National Apology Day. The day before Valentine's. Wish it was on Valentine's. Yay. Whoop-de-doo. I have a video about it if you want to watch it. Link in the description. Yeah, I might as well throw it in there. No one's going to click on it except for me. Yeah, it's just my, like, recreation of when Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, yeah, he was like, I don't want to give away the joke in the video, but yeah, he apologized for all the terrible things that he had done. The apology to the Indigenous for the past mistreatment, mostly the stolen generation. Oh, what a fucking, yeah, nice little thing that was. I don't think that's unique to Australia, like the idea of, like, breeding out a race. Fucking hell. I know, obviously, we're in a whole other year, as opposed to, like, 100 years ago when it was happening, or really 70 years ago when it was still happening. But, you know, looking back, you know, I've always thought it was wrong. I always thought no, don't. Like, unless you are in a relationship with one and you want to fuck them. But then don't. Don't do it for this reason. And who the hell's... I don't know, I'm just thinking about that rabbit-proof fence movie. But, like, so they take kids and they want to... So they just wait for them to get older and then they fuck them? Like, is that what they do? They just fuck them so they can have... Why not just kill them? I mean, what are you doing? Like, if you really hate the Indigenous Australians, why are you going for that? I don't understand. You want to, like... You're like, oh, that's a bit much, you know? Oh, a genocide would be pretty unsavory, but, you know, if we try to... breed them out, you know. You know, 100 years from now, there'll be no more of them. It'll just be white people and there's a few Chinese people in Australia. Yeah, no, I think that was wrong. Hey. So yeah, K. Rudd gave his speech and whatever. I don't know. Just, did my recreation video of it. Yeah, hooray! Fucking brilliant. I don't know, a good start, I guess. What else are you gonna do? What actual things are you gonna do to right the wrongs towards a new future? What? And all that gay music that go along with it. Yeah. So happy Sorry Day. No, Sorry Day is like on a different day. It's like December 25th. Yeah, it's on the 26th of May. It's on the 26th of January. Yeah, hey, you know what, man? You know, every day to me is it's National Sorry Day. I'm always sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to end this fucking bit right here. Alright, so that's been the fucking David Morgan Brown. It's been 15 years since the since that national apology. God, good on you, K-Rod. Good on you, mate. Cheers, mate. I can say sorry. This has been the David Morgan Brown Experience. Wait. Episode 69. Yeah, baby. It's the earthquake disaster devastation special. Yeah. Alright. Fucking A. Fucking oath. Fucking A. Fucking an oath. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. What a great fucking year it's been already. God damn. There's no relenting. Oh boy. What's going to happen next? There's going to be something happening in Perth. I'm not saying me. I'm not the one doing it, but yeah, mask glassing at Doug Stanhope's show. Oh, fuck. I've seen him twice before, and there hasn't been anything quite like that. I remember one time, like, he had a heckler in the front row giving him shit, and like the guy like had to leave. He was escorted out, and then someone sat in the same place and then was heckling Stanhope again, and Stanhope's like, you know, just talking about, it's unbelievable. It's like you're in the same seat and you're heckling me, and then it seemed like he got actually angry on stage. He was going, "You're fucking with me." Yeah, that was great. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.